What happens when you have a flight and you're almost late for that flight? This is what happens.
1987, whatever. How much you do cutie in front then? Slow the down. Like, slow down. It's Joshy's world. It's Joshy's world. She went to the doctor and her whole world turned. It's Joshy's world. It's Joshy's world. She's going on adventures. This island girl. She loves her tummy hikes, beaches and tours. It's Joshy's world. It's Joshy's world. It's island girl.
Hi and welcome to Joshuanette's World, and today you are in video number 1 in an 8-part series where I take you along the journey with me when I went to see the knee specialist in Atlanta. And I have with me my goodie bag, so I actually collect stuff from all my trips because I'm in the process of creating a memory wall. And if you have a memory wall or tips and tricks about what I can do to make my memory wall even better, you can tag me on social media. So on Facebook and Instagram, it is Joshuanette's World. And on Twitter and Snapchat, it is Joshuanette. I believe that creating memories are essential and having it in a bag somewhere is pointless. I would like to get a wall with all of the different artifacts that I would have collected over time, and it's really, I feel like it's going to be so refreshing. Is that the word? Yes, we're going to use refreshing to get up every morning and you're like, oh my gosh, I did this, I did that, and you just keep adding to this wall. Pinterest, heaven, that app, if you do not have it, you need to download it. It is heaven. So the app, what I did is I typed in memory wall and I would have gotten some ideas, and I really did see some cool ones. What I did on my trip is I collected all of the artifacts. I'm just going to show you some of them. So I'm a little hoarder. So I kept all of the receipts from my purchases. I feel like they're special to me. It was my first trip, so I just kept it all. Let me just see some of the stuff that I bought. I went to, okay, this one is fading, so I'm not sure where I went, but let's see the next one. I don't need to know what I bought. I just need to keep them, to throw them. So it says custom drift seat, famous horse. I have another weird one. It's a bunch of weird stuff. Oh, I have my pass. I feel like I have my pass for my ticket. I know, it's pretty weird, but it is cool. When my wall is done, I want to show you how it looks, because obviously I am not a serious person. You see? Okay, so you have a general idea of some of the stuff that is in my bag. I also have my other boarding pass. I just think you have to keep it. Like, why wouldn't you keep it? Like, why? And the reality is, in the picture frame, there's no order, so you just dump it all into it, and yeah. Let's see. I have some money also. That my metro ticket is actually a big part of my trip, hence it actually goes into my memory wall, because I was in New York the Saturday, and by the Monday I was actually on the train alone, thanks to Google Maps and my friend Crystal, who really did guide me. Like, she was like, you need to learn the subway, and guess what, I did. Pop your own color, for goodness. My flight, let's start from the beginning. I was almost late. As you saw in the introduction, I was rushing. I had to do my hair. I had to go get a flash drive because I'm also doing a course online. I'm studying to be a certified accountant. So I got my flash drive so I could upload Microsoft Word to my tablet. And guess who still forgot the flash drive in Antigua and Barbuda? Who does that? Kat says my ass cheeks are outside on her compound, which is the truth. Look at her. at work diligently, and me being the regular. My hair is, when it's nice, you do it twice. Who does that? So I forgot the flash drive. After I called my friend Catherine and like, I have to get the flash drive today because when I go away, I'm gonna need Microsoft on my computer, and I still forgot it in Antigua. But thank God I have a sister who actually hooked me up, so now I have it on my computer. Thanks to you. I really do love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I appreciate all the love. My flight. I am exhausted, and I'm sitting next to this lady, and her husband is not feeling well on the flight. So a first time flyer to this really big city, and it's a crazy plane ride. We had to get up, and we were actually standing in the rows while the nurses, so the lady had to move from beside of me, so myself and the other lady had to be in the aisles, and they were calling all the nurses. God bless if any of those nurses who was on that flight really assisted this gentleman. Thank you, kudos, the Nurse Society. And the Nurse Society is also now a big thing because thank God they're saving our lives. COVID is here, and they're actually the little superheroes who wear that cape. They were actually superheroes on my flight. Also, we actually had to turn around, and we actually had a layover in San Juan. Also, their assistance really did save this gentleman's life. It was amazing because one of the nurses was like, this is the first time I'm flying. The plane is gonna land and I'm not in my seat. She's like, I have this ticked off of my bucket list. When we landed in San Juan, I actually had a nap on the plane at that point. I was so exhausted. And I get to New York and I am pumped. Like, oh my gosh, I am excited. Like, the big city, we're here. So that's want to be my snap, but oh well. I know, right? This is me like, Joshuanette, calm down, calm down. I feel like I'm reliving it all over again. Literally just telling you, I can remember how excited I felt when the plane landed. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am here. I was no longer tired. And I said to Crystal, I am hungry and we're going to Red Lobster to eat. Because it's obviously, you watch TV, you want to go to all the fancy places. And this is what occurred. Food must be. I have the best friends ever. Oh yeah, my hair is always on though.
She's so wasteful.
Very wasteful. I am full.
Crab, like waste, lobster, waste, shrimp, waste,
Pasta.
shrimp again, waste, coleslaw, waste.
Oh, I sent back my starter also. All of it.
Sick of her. She just thinks I'm a sick of shit. Mashed potato with lobster, one extra $5. Waste.
We have some form of a meal. And then she takes me to Times Square because I was supposed to buy an outfit to go to church the next day because that's what I said. I packed really light knowing that I would have gotten a lot of stuff. As you see from my receipts, I really need to control it. Like I need to say Joshuanette. Crystal is there taking my bag and she's not about this me snapping her life. Crystal, you're not coming in my camera? Look! Legit at the store, exhausted but having fun. Joshuanette. Oh, okay. We all need to say it to ourselves sometimes to remind ourselves, do you really need this? Oh, actually, this was one of the pieces I bought when I left last year. I know, right? It's fabulous. Anyways, we're in Times Square and I buy every single thing except an outfit for church. Wow, Joshuanette. Wow. We leave Times Square like after 2 and this is us at 2 a.m.
This is a Wakefield bound 2 train. The next stop is Free.
I get up the morning and we go to church. Church is different in the States. I was in a jeans pants. Never in my life in Antigua and Barbuda have I ever gone to church in a jeans pants. So that was definitely shocking. Crystal said, I'm going to buy a top for church. Does she not go buy a swimsuit? Rock. Everything else other than one. Rock. So I'm legit in this shirt and jeans for $10. My shirt was $3. No, it was $1. And the jeans was $10. And Crystal, look, kind of snap now. Huh? Not Joshuanette. What? My eyebrow pan fleek, so that's what counts. And my good friend bought me a jacket. She met me at the airport with this jacket. I have some good friends in life who care about my well-being. Crystal is one of my favorite humans also. And I am there and the pastor is preaching and I start to cry. Bawling my eyes out. Thank God I have a sister. I call Viola on the phone, crying. Like, oh my gosh, can you believe I'm in New York because my knees, I have to see a knee specialist and I feel like I'm so overwhelmed. And I'm like, big old house, calling my sister in Antigua. I feel like reality hit me at that point because I was excited about my flight. I was excited about being on Times Square. But then the pastor, I remember him saying like, you know, we gotta go. He said, you gotta go 1, 2, 3 around your head, gone. 1, 2, 3, whatever you're going through, whatever is happening in your life, all you gotta going through in life, whatever is the problem, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna throw it away, gone. So he said 1, 2, 3, gone. And like his message just like really did hit me, like, you know, I'm here and I have my knees. I'm like, you know, 1, 2, 3, my knees are gonna be fine. 1, 2, 3, my knees are gonna be fine. And I just start to cry. I call my sister on the phone, Viola. Mwah! I love you. I love that girl. Like, she is amazing. If you have a sibling, you need to get a sibling like mine because she is the bomb, the boss. I love her. Just so the whole entire world knows she's amazing and she's all mine and whoever else. Like, her boyfriend has to know that he has to share her with me, and her children also have to know that when they get older, like, they aren't the only one who cries to their mother. I cry to their mother also. Anyways, I called my sister crying because I said to her, like, you know, I am here, and while it's all fun and games, I really am here because my knees are failing me. I am 25. I can't wear a high heel. They've been hurting more than normal. I feel so overwhelmed, and it was a definite difference, like difference in emotions from the night to the day. And I will say to anyone who has a disability or who is facing the same issues that I face, crying is okay. If you feel overwhelmed, you are allowed to cry. If you feel stressed out, you are allowed to cry. If you are saying like today, oh my gosh, I can't do it, you are allowed to feel that way. I am very optimistic about life. I always try to look for the positive. However, there are days when I literally call somebody on the phone and I really cannot catch myself because I just feel like, oh my God, what could go wrong? If we fast forward back to last year when I fell at work, I was so overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my gosh, my knees hurt. I actually had to go on sick leave for 2 weeks because they just weren't functioning as normal. And then we can go back to this year. You're watching this video now is actually recorded at the end of 2020. However, in April of 2020, I would have fell and I twisted out my knee and I couldn't move. Like, I couldn't move. I was doing a regular exercise and my knees really did twist, and all I could do is crawl to my phone, and I call my other half and I'm saying to him, like, can you come and get me? And he has to technically lift me up, and for days I couldn't move. I go down the stairs, and there's just a lot. There's an emotional baggage attached to having a disability, which I can definitely relate to. It is not all fun and games. It is not all smiles. We have our really bad days and we have our really good days. But I really do hold on to the good days more than I hold on to the bad days, because I feel like in life, if you have breath, if you have food, if you have a car, it is worth smiling. I'm going to quote Steve Harvey here because I really did watch his motivational video and it did hit me differently. He said, your brain has two sides. So there's the good side and there's the bad side. So it's either good or it's evil. If you get up in the mornings and you're like, oh my God, I missed the alarm. Oh my God, I have to go in rush hour traffic. Oh my God, I have to go to this place and I have to deal with these people. Your brain cells automatically send a message and it says, Joshuanette is going to have a bad day today. And everything that you do is going to be a bad day. Every single thing. However, if you got up and you said, oh, I got up this morning. I have life. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go into the traffic, but guess what? I don't have to get the bus. I can drive my car. If you get up like, oh, I have breakfast today. And better yet, you say, oh, I have a job that I can go through too, because there are many people who don't have a job. Your brain cell sends a message and it says, Joshuanette is going to have a good day today. And all of your cells, they will send that message that you're having a positive day and things will change. And that is how I look at my disability. I feel as though it definitely changes my life, but it doesn't change my life to the point where I need to be sad. I need to be all, oh my gosh, I'm dying. It is not a death sentence. However, if you're having a bad day, you are allowed to have a bad day. You are allowed to cry. You are allowed to feel stressed out. You are allowed to feel overwhelmed. Just don't let it consume your entire day. You are allowed a few bad days. And I'm telling you, that second day in New York wasn't my best day because it was just so overwhelming. Like, oh my gosh, I am here. And I remember my sister saying to me, they call me Cutie. So she's like, Cutie, go eat some food, take some picture, and have fun. That's exactly what I did afterwards. I did not cry the next day on my trip because I needed to hear that from her, and everybody needs that person to remind them that, life is not the best, but you have something, be grateful for it. After church, I know I had a little rant there, but it's a necessary rant.
We are at Ruby Tuesday for, I think it's lunch. Food must yum.
Tuned, you have to like, share, and subscribe so you can see a future video. And this playlist, you should actually watch it in sequence just because you will miss some details about what happens on the other trips. Food was amazing. I loved it. They didn't have the dessert that I wanted though. I think that was the only down part. I really was looking forward to this dessert and they didn't have it. But anyways, Monday, Crystal has to go to work, and guess what? Joshuanette has her Metro card because she can get the train on her own. So we get up and I meet at her house and we go to Fordham. Fordham is shopping heaven. It was life. Oh my gosh, I bought so many things. My hands were hurting at the end. I was like, what? Joshuanette, you really did not need to buy all these things. Like, after you go from store to store, there was so much to buy.
Yeah, put that hand.
And the only thing we do come on vacation and spend money on food. Crystal doesn't want to be my snap. I'll show you. We eating again. A moment of silence for the fact that I have a problem. I know, right? I can't take myself serious. Because it was so good. And my friend, she wasn't there, so I actually had lunch on my own. No. It was a good me date. I left from Fordham and we went home. I slept, and the next day it was my last day in New York, so Crystal was off, so she takes me back to Fordham where we went to a few more stores, and again a next set of shopping. So Crystal is on my last shopping day, looking like a snack. She's not feeling like a snack though, because she's annoyed at me, but who cares? This is what friends do. This is why I love her now. I love her. But she ain't bringing my bag to the to the airport. No! Shopping. I know, you see this dress? I have good taste. Yeah. I feel good. This is one of the purchases. I feel good about it. It's oh my gosh. My favorite things are actually pearls. So this dress was speaking to me, Joshuanette, you have to get me. You have to get me. And it was really, really good. After that, I packed my suitcase and I got ready to leave New York and go to Atlanta, where I actually did visit the doctor. And I was on the bus for 24 hours. Thank you very much for watching my video, and if at this point you haven't given me a thumbs up, you should definitely give me a thumbs up. And in the comment section below, you can leave any motivational videos that will inspire me and anybody else who has a disability with just going about their everyday life. I would really appreciate it, and I'm sure someone else will also appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed as yet, ensure you subscribe and you put on your post notification bells so that when I upload new content, you will be informed. The next video in the series is where I go through my 24-hour bus ride to Atlanta, where I actually went to the doctor. Bye. I get to the airport. Where am I starting? Thank you for watching my video on my days in Atlanta, on my days in New York.